Hello, today we are going to take a look at my AMG G63 6x6 MOC, and it's based on the real truck with a couple modifications. So we'll start by looking at all the different sides of the truck first, starting with the front. The front we have these brush guards around the lights, which I have pretty much built to cover up the inside of the light, which doesn't look so great. It looks okay. Put it back on. Outside using some pneumatic tubes, and the inside is using a standard tree stud long Lego bar. And use some inverted Lego clips down here. And we have a blank round tile right here in the front. Turn it around, look at the side now. The hood is not sloping like the real thing, but it's close enough. I put these vents here as kind of a custom because I like the look of them. You go completely flat white tiles here to make it look more realistic. And along the side here, we got these rail pieces for the side. We have this fender with slopes on each side for fenders. I've seen people use slopes on top of click hinges and make it at the same angle. It might look a bit more realistic, but this is a bit. I figure this is a bit more. Might look better. So I tried this. We have the running board here, the exhaust pipes. We have it's supposed to be sort of a diagonal piece here, which I haven't figured out how to make yet. Same design for the rear fender. The real life truck does have a dip in the center of the fender here, so that's realistic. Go around the back. We have the roll bar. We have a spare tire, which I built myself, not based on any real life vehicle. We have the tailgate, which is based on the real thing. The other side, and we'll talk about some of the modifications I've made to this one versus the real thing. So this one has some larger, more semi-truck-like review mirrors, simply because I thought they look a bit larger. On this truck, it was supposed to be more of a modified look to it, so gave it some big review mirrors. I might try and go to build some ones that are more like the standard vehicle. And then I haven't trimmed down these pneumatic tubes all the way yet, so once I trim those down, this will look a bit better in the front. Turn it around to the back. Yeah, like I said, I have spare tires. I have the roll bar. It's not exactly realistic in the way it's angled, but it's close enough to get the look of it. And then around the front here, we have a little bit where the rail is missing because there's no 1x1 rail piece. And that's pretty much it for modifications I've applied. It does use two 1x4 window pieces, so there's a gap in the center, which doesn't look very good. Originally, I had planned on using a 6-stud wide window with two bricks on either side, slope bricks. That looked a bit too wide, the slope bricks, so I ended up going with this. I could use two of the 6 wide window pieces, cut them in half, not exactly in half, and put them here so that way I wouldn't have any gap in the center, or wouldn't have any depression in the center anyway. This top bit with the light bar, it's a bit long, but it covers up the light bar, which I think looks pretty realistic. And then it uses some clear trans black 1x1 bricks for the side windows. These rear side windows are much smaller. I think they're supposed to be sloped on the real thing, but this is as close as I got for now. It's using a 2x2 tile to cover up the back of it, so that way it had some covering, so without making the cab too big. And then this was originally built in Bricklink's Studio software, so there are a lot of weak spots on it. So I'm going to work on repairing those. Originally, I had planned to build a Hennessy Velociraptor 6x6, which is much more advanced in the way that the front looks and the fenders and everything. But the fenders on the Ford Raptor ended up being a bit too difficult to copy in Lego. I'm going to come up with a design for it eventually, maybe using these fenders. But I figured this one's a bit more square and easy to use, easy to build, so I went with this one first. As for these front lights, there is supposed to be a small sort of light bar under them, but this is about as detailed as I could get. it is quite a bit too long here in the front. It's just supposed to, the fender is supposed to end right about here, or this is supposed to end, this front part here is supposed to be integrated into the fender, but let's try to go just close enough. And then keep going around. It does not have any badge on the front, so it could be like a Brabus one or a Mansory one. I use these grill pieces for the vents here. You could ideally, I think, if you were to stand next to one of these trucks, your head would be above here. So obviously, this is a bit oversized for minifigure scale, but it's scaled to the new Speed Champions 8 stud wide, so it's just wide enough for that. But even if you were a minifigure, your head comes up to about here. If you were a real person on the real thing, your head would come right over the bed there, so it's a bit oversized. We could take out one set of plates right here. That might make it look a bit more realistic. We'll have to figure out a different solution for the front here. And yeah, the wheels are a bit too small for the size of the truck, but it's just reasonably, it looks okay. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. We will show it in the back here. Lift this up. We have the cargo bed. Take the spare tires out. Carry some cargo around in there. Then we look at the interior, and building this originally, I did not plan on putting an interior in it. Now it does have an interior, and I'm going to have to come up with a different design for the top, so I can open the top up and put your minifigures inside. Or look. So for now, I have my turntable on the bottom. I'm going to have to take this off, the bottom part. Just take it off there. And yeah, as you can see, it's not extremely secure. You have to work on that. Basically, this is your interior. You got some speedometer, steering wheel, gear shift, dashboard, seating for 4 people. Plenty of space in here, and plenty of headroom too. So you're gonna have to come up with some seats. Put this back inside. I'm gonna come up with a design instructions for this, which I will share in a separate video. Put that back there. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. Please subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.